the entitlement with PC gamers is out of this world. They feel like they are so much better than everybody else, and it's ridiculous.
Well, what's up, guys? Today we are going to be taking a look at some true big-brained activity here today, because apparently PC gaming is evil, and not only that, but PC gaming is destroying the entire gaming industry. Well, at least according to this wonderful video we're going to be taking a look at here today, titled Last of Us 2 Coming to PC, Clickbait Article. Now, of course, the title of this video has absolutely nothing to do with the actual video itself. Instead, it's a 10-minute rant of a dude talking about how PC gaming is basically ruining the entire games industry because you can't buy games on disc anymore. Like, you really just cannot even make this stuff up anymore. Like, these console fanboys are getting so creative these days. Like, it's always PC gaming's fault for the downfall of the entire gaming industry. And you know what? This video is super hypocritical, so I figured it would be fun to take a look at together and watch here on the channel. Of course, we're not going to watch this entire thing because I'm not responding to a 10-minute video of some dude crying because he wants exclusives on his console because my physical copies. But anyway, yeah, this is absolutely pathetic. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and check out how PC gaming is single-handedly causing the downfall of the video game industry.
It's the Jokester here, back for another video. This video is a follow-up to the video I did about Horizon Zero Dawn possibly going to PC based on what some journalist at Kotaku said, which a lot of those people at Kotaku are just... they're something else. They're SJW and entitled, snobby, stuck up.
Entitled, snobby, and stuck up. Well, this man is pretty self-aware, I would say, because he literally just described his entire attitude for the rest of this video.
Off of a PC-based gaming website that said that Last of Us 2 could possibly be coming to PC because Naughty Dog is looking for someone with PC skills to help them in PC-related areas when it comes to Last of Us 2.
I mean, that seems like a pretty normal deduction in my opinion. You know, they're looking for experts on PC hardware and PC ports. Wouldn't that imply that they're interested in porting games to the PC? You know, don't call me a fucking detective or anything. You know, I don't claim to be the fucking CIA's #1 crimes... Oh, wait, that's the FBI. Never mind. Yeah, whatever. I'm basically retarded at this point. But, you know, that would imply to me, you know, as someone who was reading that, yeah, they might be looking to bring games to PC, but apparently there's something extremely wrong with that.
And it was a clickbait article that really didn't have any much more information. Now, we all know that every game that is made is built on high-end PCs. Of course. Of course.
Now, just pay attention to that quote, okay? He admits that all games are made on high-end PC hardware, because that's going to be important when we get into the actual topic of this video.
So, it could possibly be that Naughty Dog is trying to find someone to help them with PC-related things for the game, but not necessarily to put it on PC. But because of this Kotaku article that about Horizon Zero Dawn coming out, everybody is grasping at straws, hoping and praying that Sony is going to take all of their IPs and just stick them on PC.
It really just pisses me off whenever I hear these people act like this is some negative thing. Like, more people being able to play a game where they want to is somehow negative. Like, why do you fucking care, dude? Does playing a game on a PS4 objectively make it a better experience versus playing a game on the PC or the Xbox One or whatever you want to play on, okay? No, it doesn't fucking make a difference. People like this are absolutely pathetic. They have nothing in their lives to look forward to, and overall, on some level, I actually do feel bad for them, but at the same time, they consistently prove themselves to be complete pieces of shit who don't want you to be able to play video games unless you shell out $300 to $400 for a worthless piece of plastic.
Now, I and my group of friends are against this. It's not because we are console fanboys.
Yeah, let's be honest here. You are 100% a console fanboy. Only a console fanboy would have an issue with more people being able to play a video game. If you were truly a fan of the games you're talking about, you would want as many people as possible to be able to play those games, but you don't. You want it to be exclusive to your precious little console.
Even though I do love consoles and have played them since I was younger. It's not because we don't want to share our games. It's because we want to keep consoles alive.
I mean, this dude is literally describing a fucking console fanboy, but yet, he isn't a console fanboy, guys. He's more concerned with Sony staying relevant in the gaming industry versus, more people being able to play video games, which, I mean, fuck, dude. I mean, I just really don't know how you could be this stupid, but then again, he is a console fanboy, so I think that answers the question by itself.
We want consoles to continue to be relevant. And the only thing that really makes consoles special is their exclusive games. You see, without some kind of incentive to get someone to buy your product, why would they buy it? If everything was playable on PC, why should I go out and buy an underpowered console to play a game and pay for online to play those games when I could just get a PC and play everything there without paying for online?
I mean, I just really start to wonder with these people because this guy is literally arguing in favor of PC gaming and saying like all these negative things about console, but at the same time, he's taking those negatives and saying, yeah, this is why we need exclusives so consoles can continue to bend us over and give us the full 9 inches right up the ass, okay? This shit is just some flawless logic here. We need consoles to have exclusives, so we are forced to buy, quote, underpowered hardware and pay for online multiplayer, even though that's free on PC. I mean, you really cannot make this shit up whatsoever. Like, this guy is on some 300 IQ shit, and I think it's confirmed that he is definitely
a very low IQ person.
It's a no-brainer, right? But I love physical games. I have a buttload right over there. I like to preserve my games for the future. Do you know there are games that have been lost to time?
Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me.
There are games that are totally lost to time that we will never get to play because it got deleted, it got lost, the computer that it was on died, they didn't back it up. Do you know Kingdom Hearts 2? The original code for that is gone.
Oh no, how will I ever live my life?
They had to use a PS2 disc in order to make the HD port, and that's why it had so many issues. They lost the original code to Kingdom Hearts 2. It does not exist anymore. This is why preserving games is important. Do you imagine if they would have never made a physical copy for Kingdom Hearts 2 and they lost that original code and there was no way to have that copy to make that HD version? We would not have an HD version of Kingdom Hearts 2. The only copies that we wouldn't. It would just be... Could you imagine that?
This guy is like the master of disproving himself. Like, he's saying, like, could you imagine if they never made the PS2 version of that game? We would never have been able to get the game again. But if they had never made the PS2 version of the game, they would have never made the game in the first place. And therefore, it never would have fucking existed for them to go back and recover the code. Like, this guy is on some certified 300 IQ shit. But that's enough of the whole disc argument. Like, honestly, that's one of the most boring things that I've ever heard. Like, honestly, if you want to buy physical media, that's fine. Obviously, digital is the future, and that's the way the market is moving at this point, so I don't really see a point in arguing over it too much, but anyway, I just thought this part was funny.
I was talking to some people on this article, and just with the PC people, they're all, yeah, give us the games, because they only care about what they want. They don't care about consoles.
I mean, the question is, why do you care about the console? It's about the game you're playing, not necessarily where you're playing it. Like, why does it matter if someone wants to play the game on their PC instead of on console? Like, is there something fucking wrong with that? Like, if you spend $3,000 on a PC, why the fuck would you want to play a game on a $200 console that was outdated when it came out 7 years ago?
They don't. I was talking to one, I was like, y'all want all the consoles that with their exclusives to share what makes them special, but what are you giving us? And one guy was like, every multi-platform game. And I was like, you really think that every multi-platform game that comes out is catered only to PC? That they don't think about consoles when they're making that game? That you're the only priority? The entitlement with PC gamers is out of this world.
Now, remember when I said to remember that clip? Well, here it is again.
Now, we all know that every game that is made is built on high-end PCs. Of course. Of course.
I just find it really ironic that he's trying to, like, claim that PC gaming has little to no impact on anything, and it contributes nothing to the consoles, even though even console-exclusive games are developed on high-end PCs. It's wonderful to think about, but at the same time, man, it just never really fails to amaze me how stupid these fanboys are. Like, what benefit are you getting from having this game only on one platform? Like, I'm dead serious. If anyone can tell me, I don't fucking know, other than purchase confirmation, like, oh, I feel so much better about myself because now I can play a game that no one else can play. My life is that fucking pathetic.
They feel like they are so much better than everybody else, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I was just totally shocked at how stuck up this person was. They were like, oh yeah, we're throwing you a bone with multi-platform games, so give us your exclusives. No. That's not how it... No, You're insane.
I just find this really ironic because this guy is acting entitled. He's acting like he's better than everybody else because he bought a PlayStation. So no one else should ever be able to play those games but people who own a PlayStation. I mean, talk about having a fucking elitist mentality. It's honestly like this guy is so stupid that he can't realize that he's roasting himself. I mean, this is just peak console fanboy logic on display for you guys.
And then another person was like, why wouldn't you want it on PC? You get all this and that. You don't have to worry about this and that. It should be. It's like, the entitlement is just insane. Just put it all on PC because PC's so much better.
But is he wrong, though? Like, I don't think anybody with a stable mind would actually argue that PC is not better than console.
Is it? Yeah, it's more powerful, but there are people out there that don't even have good internet. They don't want to spend hours downloading their games. That's why they buy physical games. That's why physical games is still a thing. That's why you see so many people with large physical game collections.
Yeah, personally, I would not say there's a lot of people with massive game collections. That's a very niche audience. But anyway, this has absolutely nothing to do with the topic of the video. Like, no one is saying you cannot buy games on console. No one is saying that you can't buy a physical copy. Just because a game comes out on PC does not mean you still can't just buy the game on console physically. Like, it's not like the government's gonna show up at your house and be like knocking on your door and being like, this game went to PC, we need your physical copy right now, and then they take it and burn it in your front lawn. Like, what the fuck, dude? What type of logic is this? You could still buy the games physically if you want to.
I have horrible internet. It takes me hours to download something that would take somebody minutes. And I live in the United States, and I still have crappy internet. And you want everything to just go to PC because you think everybody has massively high-speed internet and can download hundreds of megabytes per second? It's ridiculous.
This guy is acting like Gabe Newell is going to pull up to his house, hold a gun to his head, and force him to buy every single game on PC. Like, bro, it isn't that deep. If you want to play on console, play on console. There's nothing wrong with a game being available on more than one platform.
You know, consoles are important. They have their place in gaming. And it's just, and this is why these game companies, Sony, Nintendo, At Microsoft, they should not be catering to PC because they've done nothing for you. They have not bought your games. They have not bought your systems. They don't support you. They bash on consoles. They crap on consoles. So why would you want to give them your exclusive games? What have they done for you as a company?
I just really can't believe this is real, dude. Like, this guy is actually acting like we should feel grateful to them for them selling us something. You know, we should feel grateful that we have the opportunity to give them money. Jesus fucking Christ. It should be the other way around. These companies are nothing without people buying their stuff, and I just don't understand how people forget that. Like, these companies exist to make money, and if they think they can make money by putting their games on the world's largest gaming platform, aka PC gaming, why the hell wouldn't they? It's free money at that point. Most people have already decided whether or not they're going to get a PS4 or not. Sony is literally losing nothing at this point by selling PS4 games on PC, because chances are, if you have not bought a PS4 at this point, you're probably not going to. Like, honestly, I don't plan on ever rebuying a PS4, so the only way I would play Sony games is if they came to PC. So, you know, that's kind of the situation Sony, Microsoft, and possibly even Nintendo's looking at here, is like, they can appeal to a group of people that never planned on buying a console in the first place and sell them games for $60 that they already have made and would take like a week to port over. Once again, it makes perfect business sense if you have any sort of brain, but looking at it from a console fanboy perspective, you know, you have to take into account that a bag of bricks probably has a higher IQ.
They have never supported you. Even if some PC gamers do buy a console, they'll probably buy like 2 games a year. They won't contribute hardly at all. They just want these games on their console so they can mod it, hack it, cheat it, literally ruin the game's integrity, and then leak it and data mine it and legally share it. That's the only reason why they want it on PC.
I mean, this man's just spitting facts, dude. The only reason people play on PC is to mod a game, hack a game, or to pirate that game. I mean, that's definitely the reason I spent $3,000 on a gaming PC, dude. It was just to pirate a bunch of games. I don't even play them. I just look at them on my hard drive and know that I stole that. But anyway, it's just like one of these situations that you really wish it's a troll, but it's not, because one thing you learn if you're on the internet for a while, especially surrounding console fanboys, is it's always as bad as you expect, and people are always dumber than you could ever possibly believe. Like, this guy, it honestly doesn't even shock me at this point, which is actually pretty fucking scary.
The only reason. You know, if every single person in the world looked the same, act the same, were completely 100% the same, there would be nothing that separates them, nothing that makes them individual or unique, nothing that makes them special. And that's the same when it comes to consoles.
I think what we found here is the saddest man on the entire internet. He just compared a game system, a piece of plastic, an inanimate object, to a human being. I mean, I actually kind of feel bad for him now. Maybe, you know, he's so attached to his PS4 because it's the only thing there for him on those lonely nights, you know, those cold nights in the winter. The PS4, he turns it on and it blows hot air like a jet engine. And not only that, but it breaks the dead silence of solitude, dude. So you know what? Maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh, man. Maybe looking back on it now, maybe I was just a little bit too hard on him, man. Maybe he's just out here looking for love, and the PS4 is the closest thing he can find.
If every single platform could have every single game, there would be no reason to buy one platform over the other.
You know, besides the actual technical specifications, the price point, the feature set, you know, the actual things that matter when you go to buy a piece of hardware, then you could just make your decision off of what platform offers you the better gameplay experience, and you can play the games on whatever you get. I mean, that sounds pretty good to me.
So I think having exclusive games, having that incentive that makes it special, should stay that way. Because if this happens, console gaming, I believe, will die. It will die. Physical games will go away. And I don't want to see that happen. I'll leave the link down in the description so you could see this little clickbait article. And leave your comments and stuff below. Till next time, this is Jokester. Signing out. See ya.
Well, we made it through the video, guys. You know, I guess the key takeaway here is, you know, don't be an asshole. Actually want other people to experience great games. Don't be a gatekeeping piece of shit and be like, well, you can't play this game because you don't own a PlayStation, so fuck you. Like, honestly, that's just really stupid at the end of the day. Unless you're like a major stockholder of Sony, you really shouldn't give a shit. But at the same time, you know, these console fanboys aren't going anywhere. It's been a thing since like Nintendo versus the Sega Genesis, so it's not going anywhere anytime soon. But luckily, this group of people is very small, very isolated, and absolutely no one normal takes them seriously. So, you know, they're always great for a good laugh, and that's exactly what this video was today, hopefully. And if you did enjoy it or you agreed with whatever I said in this video, you know, make sure to drop a like on it. I would greatly appreciate it, guys, and it does help out this channel a bunch. But with that said, I do want to thank you all so much for taking the time out of your day to check out the video and for all the recent support as well, and I will catch you guys next time.
Yeah, my life is lovely now, I'm focused on me. You said you were about to die, I guess